Hello everyone, it's Godfrey here once again. In this video I'll be talking about braking and how you can brake really well as a driver. First of all, we need to understand the three types of braking. So you have your engine brake, you have your progressive braking, and you have your emergency braking. So in this video I'll be talking about the progressive braking. So we use progressive braking in our normal day-to-day driving. So whilst you're driving, you're using the progressive because you know you're going to stop at a point. So what happens is you start to slow down before you get to a point. An emergency braking means that something is happening and need an immediate attention, else something is going to go wrong. Then you have to brake so hard to be able to resolve the situation. Engine braking is the one that we use once you take your foot off the acceleration. What happens is the car detects that there's no acceleration going on, so the car starts to brake itself. We use this to manage space and to avoid constantly braking as drivers. So in trying to understand how to brake more efficiently and more effectively, we are breaking the progressive braking into three main aspects. So what is happening here is we have the information stage. The information stage is when you're about to brake, you want to check your surroundings before you brake. So an information stage means that you're going to just put your foot slightly on the brakes just to give the light for drivers behind you to know that you're about to stop. So that is your information. So you're giving information as to that you're going to slow down, because it's not safe for you to go straight onto the brakes, and that could not give the other driver behind enough time to be able to react as well. Now, the braking force stage is when you are practically braking to bring the car to a good control speed. So in that, we use a scenario of squeezing an orange juice out of an orange. When you're squeezing an orange juice out of the orange, what happens is you're not going to go straight in and push the orange so hard. You're going to go onto the orange and squeeze gradually until you start to get the juice to flow. That's the same scenario you're going to use when you're braking as well during the braking force stage. So in this stage, all you're doing is you're going to go and sit on the brake and start to push gradually down whilst you're expecting the car to come into a more progressive and more smooth braking until the car comes to a complete stop. The last stage of your braking there is your comfort stage. In the comfort stage, what you're trying to do is you want to make sure your passengers become more comfortable without having to brake and all of them nodding their heads. So you want to make sure that whilst you're braking, the last stage, which is the comfort stage, you're going to ease your foot slightly off the pedal, slightly, just to ease off the pressure, and do not keep your foot on the brake until you stop, because that is going to give you a very strong braking. Your passengers are not going to be comfortable and they are going to come in and nod their head forward because the braking was too hard at the end. At the end of your braking, you're going to try and slow down and come off your brake slightly off. And when the car is still moving, then you can go back on the brake. At that moment, your speed has become a bit much more lesser. That is not going to give you a big impact on your braking. So every time you're braking, always understand that at the end of your braking, you're going to ease the pressure of the brake to avoid the heavy braking. Follow this page, share the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and always look out for new videos, and tap on the notification button that every time I upload a new video, you're going to be informed. Have a lovely day.